Hey guys, this is just going to be a quick review of my Datsusara bag. So I got this bag. I do a lot of boxing training, mainly do it as an exercise and everything like that. I do sparring as well, and I'm actually at the moment transitioning to train people holding them on the pads. And I've had this MMA bag for several years now. I think I got it 2014, 2015. So I was after a big bag for martial arts training. I was doing a bit of jiu-jitsu at the time, but my main thing is boxing. And yeah, so this I saw this as a review ages ago on a forum, maybe. No, I think I would have spotted it on YouTube somewhere, and I went in on the bag, and it's been pretty reliable over the years. So in this front pocket here, I've just got some spare chains and a pen. This is where I put my wallet and my phone and keys and things like that. Actually, I put my keys separately now in this pouch here. Because I don't want the keys to scratch the phone. In here, I just keep handy stuff in there, but mainly it's just my weight gloves. So when I do kettlebells or weights or push-ups on the ground, I tend to use these fingerless gloves here. Very, very handy, by the brand Harbinger. So I'll just put that there. In this pocket here, you're supposed to keep your mouth guard, but I always forget about it, tucked away in there. And I've had it one time, this come open and the mouth guard fly out, and I've completely forgotten about it. So I hardly ever use this pouch. And this other pouch here is where you're supposed to keep, I think, change or tablets or whatever, or something small and medical. But I actually never use the two pouches at the bottom. And quite often, when I lift up the bag or take it, these Velcro straps tend to come off, and then all of a sudden you lose whatever's in there. So I try not to keep anything in there myself. You get four bottle pouches here where you can keep a bottle. These mesh sort of pads here. So four of them, which is really generous. I only ever need one to put my bottles in there, but yeah, sometimes these can get caught. So if you're walking through a door or something like that, and it can get caught on the doorknob, these things, so you've got to be a bit careful. And also this can get hooked on a doorknob. Where is it? Here, sorry. Yeah, here can get hooked on a doorknob and things like that. So you just got to be a bit careful when you walk through a hallway or through a door. And the zippers here have been pretty reliable. There's one that's a bit broken here. I don't know if you can see that, but I think it's an easy fix. I just have to attach like a key ring or something to it to make it grabbable again, because the material that's attached to the zipper to make it easier to grab the zipper is gone on one of them. But other than that, it's held out pretty well. And here I keep towels. I've actually got a second towel of the Wildcard gym, but I got a Gracie Jiu-Jitsu towel, which was given to me free, I think, because I bought a Jiu-Jitsu shirt on an MMA forum. And I keep my mouth guard in here for sparring, and I always forget where I put the mouth guard. I should keep it in the mouth guard holder, but again, I tend to lose it. And on this side, this other pouch here, so very, very generous room, which is what I love about this bag. I keep these awesome catch and hit mitts here. So these act as both pads, and you can punch your trainee as well, so they can practice defense as well as practice offense without hurting you. So I take this out for advanced users. I got two of them in here. This was made by Title Boxing, and I saw it on one of the Title DVDs. And I'm a huge fan of them. I've never seen these being used since, but I think you can just buy 18-ounce gloves and they should work out okay. But these have an actual padding there, if you can see it. So it's built to sort of take punches. So built for you to catch punches, so you can use them like a pad. And yeah, again, I use these for advanced boxers that I'm training, because obviously they're used to being punched, but really good, and I keep them in that pouch. In the main pouch here, if I can find the zippers, it's all so dark because it's all black. I like to keep everything modular, similar to how you saw my reviews of other bags, such as the Timbuktu bag and so forth. So in here, this is an old, check it out, it's an old Kosh case for his fingerless mitts. It's pretty cool. I just keep my skipping rope in here because skipping rope, at least I used to do a lot of skipping. My ankles are really bad, and that's mainly from basketball, years and years of basketball. But yeah, I keep my skipping rope in here because without it keeping the skipping rope in a case, it tends to get, loose and all around the place in the bag, and you're always accidentally taking it out when you're meant to grab something else. So by keeping it in a little pouch like this, and I like it how it's got a little bit of a window so you can see what's in here, but it's just muscle memory now that this is my case for my skipping rope. Over here are my mitts. So I saw Roger Mayweather use these mitts, and these are the pro ones. So obviously I had to use them. So yeah, these are my punching mitts that I train. I'm pretty renowned where I live for my punching mitt sequence or my pad sequence, and a lot of guys just get me to hold the pads for them to look good for Instagram. Also, because I did boxing, and this is relatively new, I had to squeeze this in here. I had to do a course on first aid certificate. To become a coach, you have to do advanced first aid. So I did the advanced first aid course, and they gave me a pretty big first aid case full of obviously first aid material. In here, I like to keep my boxing gloves, in a travel pouch, so it's all easy access. And I like the ones with the mesh because, one, you can see what's in there, and two, it has a lot of room to breathe because over time the boxing bag just smells like sweat and blood. So anything that has breathability in it really helps. So in here, I keep the boxing gloves, and it's I can't even pronounce it. Hayabusa. I can't pronounce. I'll put a link below what gloves these are. Hayabusa gloves. I've had these for so long, and I saw Josh Barnett, my favorite MMA fighter, training with these, so I just bought them. So really simple research. I usually research everything I buy, obviously, but if it's good enough for an MMA fighter, it'll be good enough for a beat-up old boxer like me. So, and these have been fantastic and are still going strong. With the Hayabusa gloves, the only thing that's going are the secondary Velcro, because I guess the main feature of this glove is the double Velcro seal. So it has 1 and 2, so it doesn't fly off your hand or anything, keeps it on the boxer's hand. So yeah, highly rate these gloves. These are a bit expensive, on the expensive end, but I think they're worth it. They've lasted me several years now, and they're still going pretty strong in almost everyday use. And in the pouch, same pouch as well, I don't use hand wraps anymore because it takes a really long time. I've actually gone off hand wraps for a very long time, and I use these gel mitts. And I think I saw Victor Ortiz use them when he was training for an upcoming fight. It might have been against Mayweather. Actually, it would have been well before that. And I just went, well, if gel mitts are good for them, they're going to be good for me. So yeah, I don't wear hand mitts anymore because they just take so long in training. And then I think they accidentally gave me a spare one, so I got 3 of them. They didn't give me 4, so I just kept the spare one in here. And this is like the box that they come in, the packets that they come in, obviously. I got this to help with stretching. So I wear it around my back, and I shadow box with it or step on it and use it to practice uppercuts. Really handy, but very uncomfortable on the hands. I've actually seen another invention of this where they actually have handles here. So I might look into purchasing that because I really like this as an exercise tool, but it does get very uncomfortable around the hands. And then the last thing that's in my bag is my sparring helmet by Title Boxing, and I've actually owned a few sparring helmets, and this is by far the best one. And I've had this for over a decade now, and it's still going strong. This is the best sparring helmet I've ever owned. Excellent quality by Title Boxing. And I think that might be it. Yeah, that's it. So as you can see, everything's modular that I like to keep inside the bag, and 2 towels, first aid, drink bottle that's kept on the drink holder bays here. Fantastic bag, and it's lasted so long. The straps seem to be, I was a bit worried because the straps here are plastic, and they're still going strong because this bag is very, very heavy with all that in there. And I lift the bag, I'm like, oh, and these straps have held out for many, many years. So I'm a huge fan of the Datsusara bag, and I highly recommend it. If you're a athlete or a trainer looking for a good all-round bag that's going to last a really long time, well, this is proof. This has lasted several years of almost everyday use.